Now, the present fire station at Probin Street, as you know, is, I believe, over 60 years old. It would have been in tremendous need of repair in any event last year. A little remedial work was done on it early last year because there had been complaints from firemen, fire officers about the facilities, and clearly to make things more comfortable for a group of officers who are of course part of our emergency services and who we depend on so much in the case of disasters to be comfortable. Cabinet agreed, as I had announced a few months ago, that we will build a new state-of-the-art purpose-built fire station in Prince Road, the Pine, in the same compound as the CXC buildings, because that area under the last administration had been designated for use of a police station. You know, funds that, for example, would have been used to construct the Hastings Fire Station, which should hopefully soon be finished, would have been part of those funds as well. We took a decision that no, we need a purpose-built fire station and that we will site it there. But right now, for instance, the headquarters of the fire station, the administrative arm is not in a fire station, it's upstairs in the post office building. And that is, I'm sure that you would agree with me, is not an ideal situation whatsoever. But that's been so for years. Now, the location of a fire station is not something that you can just get just like that on a whim and caprice. A fire station, I think we would all agree, would need peculiar characteristics and particular location, etc. Because you know this is not something like a house or a school that you can find a proper site for as readily in our country as possible. So with the impending dismantling of the fire station, clearly we had to find a new location. Now, in terms of the new fire station, which has been approved by Cabinet to be built, we first had to find funding for it. As you know, we're in an IMF program with restrictions in terms of borrowing capacity. When we came into office, we were the third most indebted country in the world in terms of debt. That has serious implications for your children, grandchildren, in most cases not yet born. And as a responsible government, we are practicing fiscal rectitude, and therefore the issue of funding the new fire station came into play. National Insurance Scheme has agreed to the funding. The Ministry of Finance has approved that, and it will be built under an arrangement with the National Insurance Scheme. Finer details still have to go before Cabinet. Now, just last week, the survey plan, in other words, the plan of the area in the Pine, Prince Road, which will accommodate the construction of the fire station, was recorded in the land registry, and the Ministry of Housing is, as we speak, preparing another Cabinet paper to go forward to Cabinet for further approval on the details of the construction of the fire station and all of that. But you know that a fire station, we can't build a fire station in 2 or 3 months. So therefore, in the interim period, we have to see how we could accommodate now a temporary fire station and accommodate the fire officers who will be moved, relocated from Probin Street to other facilities. Now you know that we have a fire station that is still relatively new within the context of time at Arch Hall. That fire station also has training academy and all of that. So some of the firemen and equipment will be moved there. And in fact, I'm sure you're aware that in an impending disaster, storm, hurricane, equipment is moved to Arch Hall in any event. Because the reality of the situation, and this is another aspect to consider, is that the fire station located presently in Probin Street is in an area that is potentially disaster prone if a hurricane comes to Barbados or tsunami. I believe that that area might be even below sea level. I mean, you know, that Queen Elizabeth Hospital, for example, has issues, the issue of a swamp, and therefore, ideally, you looking long term, you do not want a fire station at that location in Program Street. Relocation to Prince Hall means it is still, of course, within the St. Michael environment, just in outer Bridgetown, and you know, uh, fire truck engines can get to Bridgetown easily and quickly in the event that there was a fire there. All right, but we have to find some fire officers as well would be relocated to Worthing. All right, because we know we have a fire station there, and some equipment will be relocated there too. Uh, Arrangements are being made to retrofit a building in the same compound as the proposed new fire station in Prince Road, a building which is owned or managed certainly by the Ministry of Transport, Public Works and Maintenance as part of the move now out of Bridgetown. But that building has to be refurbished a bit, you could appreciate it. And as I said, you don't have a building sitting down waiting to be a temporary fire station in Barbados. So some work has to be done on that building. Some items moved out, I believe, in terms of all equipment maybe, but we're in the process of doing that. The Barbados Tourism Inc. is facilitating all of this too, and is providing funding for this.